वॉल या लेक्चरमध्ये आपण डेफिनेशन ऑफ विंग वॉल आणि त्याचे डिफरंट टाईप्स फंक्शन इत्यादी बघणार आहोत. पहिल्यांदा बघू आपण डेफिनेशन ऑफ विंग वॉल. द वॉल्स constructed at both ends of the abutment to retain the earth banks of the river or of the bridge approaches are known as wing walls. These are provided at both ends of abutment to retain the earth filling of the approach road. Now see in a diagram, this is the abutment provided with straight wing wall. This is the wing wall. This and this one both are a wing wall provided on either side of abutment. This is the straight abutment, rectangular abutment. On both sides wing walls are provided, means the walls constructed on either side of abutment. This is the abutment, and both side of abutment walls are constructed. Purpose of this wall of construction is that to protect the earth bank, to protect earth bank, earth banks. This is the bank of a river, to protect from erosion of the soil. For this purpose such types of walls are constructed. Such walls are called as wing walls. The walls constructed on both side or either side of abutment to support and along with this protect the embankments. So embankments are known as wing wall. This is the embankment or banks, sometimes called as embankments or banks, to support and protect the embankment. For this purpose walls are constructed. Such walls are called as wing walls. This is the definition of wing wall. The walls constructed at both ends of the abutment to retain the earth banks of the river or of the approaches are known as wings walls. Now next, functions of wing walls. Now first function of wing wall is to protect the earth bank, to protect the earth bank from action of water. While flowing water in large quantity, means during flood, earth bank get erode. To prevent such action, to prevent the such erosion of soil, for this purpose wing walls are constructed. Next, to provide smooth enter into the bridge side. Now water moving from upstream side to downstream side. During this, water erode the upstream soil and carry such soil along with water. To prevent such erosion of soil, for this purpose wing walls are constructed, and to provide the smooth entry of water into or at the bridge side, and also along with this provide smooth exit of water. Suppose this is the bridge side and these are the wings walls. This is the wing walls. Wing wall provide the smooth entry of water, smooth entry of water in fixed path of waterway. Also provide the smooth entry of exit of water on downstream side. This is the upstream side, and this is the downstream side. Water moving from upstream side means this wall help to water to take the smooth entry of water into bridge and exit of water smoothly. This is the function of wing wall. Next function, to support and protect the embankment. Now sometimes embankment or banks slide due to weathering action, and the main important cause is water action. To avoid such soil erosion or damage of embankment or banks of river, for this purpose wings walls are constructed to support and protect the embankment. Last function, to retain the earth banks of river, to hold the water in to hold the earth of bank in original position. For this purpose wing walls are constructed. To retain means to hold or to maintain a stable bank of river. This is the bank of earth. For this purpose wings walls are constructed. Means wings walls are constructed to retain the earth banks of river, means to hold the earth banks of river. Sometimes some students or some we can say as to maintain stable banks of river. These are the functions of wing walls. Now next point is that types of wing walls. There are three types of wing walls. Now types of wing walls. First types of wing wall is straight wing wall, second type return wing wall, and third type split wing wall. These are the three types of wing walls. Now first type is straight wing walls. Now this is the image of straight wing wall. This is the image. This is the straight wing wall. Straight wing, WING wing wall or walls. Now walls on constructed on both sides of this rectangular abutment. This is the wing wall 1, wing wall second. The wall constructed in a line with abutment, they are called as straight wing wall. This is the line of abutment. In line of abutment the walls are constructed. These walls are called as straight wing wall. This is the first type, straight wing wall. Such walls are suitable for small bridges and culverts which are constructed across the drains. Means the drains which carries low discharge and sometimes remain dry. Means in hot or in hot region such types of abutment constructed, and along on both sides of such abutment straight walls are constructed on either side. Such such walls are called as straight wing walls. Straight wing walls because such walls are constructed in line with abutment. Due to this, such walls are called as straight wing walls. Now next type is splayed wing walls. Now wing wall provided with some angle nearly 45 degree to abutment. Now this is the wing wall provided with some angle with this abutment and making angle of 45 degree. This is the 45 degree inclination, 45 degree with abutment. Such a wing wall called as splayed wing wall, because such wing wall makes the angle with abutment in 45 degree. This is the angle. Wing walls making angle with abutment of 45 degrees Celsius. Wing walls constructed at acute angle, sometimes called as acute angle with abutment at both ends. This is the end one of abutment and end second, and making angle of 45 degree or acute angle. Acute angle. Such walls are suitable for small as well as big bridge on river. Now splayed wing wall suitable at small bridge and at big bridge. Means such splayed wing wall we can construct at small bridge as well as big bridge on river. Splayed wing walls are best suitable when width of river is to be reduced while crossing the bridge. For reducing width of bridge, for this purpose, splayed wing walls are constructed on either side of abutment. This is the second type, splayed wing wall. Now last type is return wing wall. Now this is the image of return wing wall. This is the third type of wing walls. Return wing wall. Return wing wall. This is the third type of wing wall. When angle of wall becomes 90 degree with abutments are known as return wing wall. Now look at this diagram. This is the wing wall making angle with abutment is 90 degree. Means wing walls are perpendicular to abutment. Means wing walls making angle with abutment about 90 degree. Return wing walls are suitable in case of when embankment approaches are very high. Means the difference between bank and height of abutment is large. Means difference between height of approaches and abutment is large. In that case, such types of walls are provided. Then such walls are called as a return wing wall. Why we call it as a return wing wall? Because such walls are perpendicular to abutments. Means intersection of wing walls and abutments is about 90 degree. So due to this called as return wing walls. Such wing walls are suitable in case of when abutment approaches are very high. Means height of approaches as compared to a level of approaches abutment is high. In that case, return wing walls are provided. Means difference between approach height and level of abutment is high. In that case, return wing walls are provided. Now In this diagram, wing walls are behind the abutment and perpendicular to this abutment. These are the return wing walls. Next point is pier. Pier. Now first point, definition of pier. Pier is the intermediate support provided for bridge superstructure. Now this is the bridge and this is the abutment. These are the intermediate support of bridge. This is the pier, 1 pier, 2 pier, 3 pier. These are the intermediate support of bridge. Such support called as piers. The intermediate supports provided for bridge superstructure are known as piers. This is the intermediate support provided in between these two piers. Number of piers may be 1, 2, 3, 4, but abutments constructed only 2 abutments in each bridge, and number of pier may be 1 or more than 1, 2, 3. No limit of piers. Now functions of piers: to divide the length of bridge into suitable number of span. Now first function is, this is the total length of bridge. To divide bridge into suitable span, for this purpose piers is constructed at intermediate site. Next function of pier is that to transfer the load of bridge superstructure to subsoil through foundation. Now pier take the load from bridge superstructure, carry itself, and same load transfer to foundation, and from foundation to underlying soil. This is the function of pier. There are main 2 functions of pier. First function is to divide the length of bridge into suitable number of span, and next function to transfer the load from bridge superstructures to subsoil through the foundation. These are the functions of piers. Next point, requirement of piers. Now piers should be easily constructed. Now piers, design of pier or shape of a sphere should be generally rectangular. Then we can construct the pier easily if as compared to circular pier. For a circular pier, proper precautions are required as compared to rectangular piers. Design of rectangular pier is simple as compared to circular pier. So due to this, design or construction of rectangular pier is simple or easier as compared to circular piers. Next point, piers should be constructed of durable material. To increase life of pier, for this durable material should be used. Next, piers should have sufficient bearing area at its top to receive the bearing supporting the bridge girder. Now suppose this is the top of pier. At top of pier there should be sufficient area to fix the bearings which supports the bridge girder and allow also longitudinal movement and absorption of load, vibrations, etc. For this purpose, at top of pier there should be sufficient area to fix the bearings, which bearings support the bridge girder and transport the load toward the pier. Next, it should be stable against the lateral and longitudinal thrust of water. Now suppose this is the bed of a river, and in bed pier is constructed. When amount of water or flood moving through river, then water thrust act on pier. At that time pier should be stable or resist the impact or action of water which resisting the pier. Next point, it should be strong enough to take the load. Now pier take the load of bearing which is provided the above the pier, means exact on top of pier, and bearing carries the entire load of bridge. To carry huge load or large load, heavy load of bridge, for this purpose abutment should be strong or stable. Next, it should involve less maintenance cost. Suppose we constructed the pier in good quality and durable material, then there will be less maintenance cost involvement. These are the requirements of piers. Next point, types of pier. There are main two types of piers. First type, solid pier, and second type, open piers. These are the main two types of piers, solid piers and open piers. Now solid piers again are divided into two parts, means two types. First type is solid masonry pier, and second type solid RCC pier. Now solid masonry pier constructed by using bricks, stone, and solid RCC pier constructed with use of reinforcement and concrete. Next type, open piers. Open piers are classified into four types. First type, column bends. Second, pile bends. Third, cylindrical piers, and last one, trestle pier. These are the types of open piers. Next, these are the diagrams of solid piers. This is the diagram of solid masonry piers. Solid masonry pier is the type of solid pier. This is the diagram of solid masonry piers. Next, this is the solid RCC pier, which is constructed by using reinforcement concrete, and this is the type of solid piers. Next, column bends. This is the type of open pier. Pile bend. Pile bends are provided at foundation level, and piles are inserted in ground to support the pier. Next, cylindrical pier. This is the type of open pier. And last one, trestle pier. This is also type of open pier.